Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, Heel Faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. I'm Dark Cordz, that's Draven Grimes. This is the Talkin' Shit episode, and we've got a special guest coming. The Chainsaw Queen, Black Dahlia, will be here. So we're live now. So let me welcome
Let me get in gimmick. 1 minute. I just exposed myself. I just acted. 1 minute. Okay, I'm Dahlia now.
We would like to welcome the dangerous, the charismatic, the Chainsaw Queen, the Black Dahlia. How you doing tonight?
Hey guys. Just woke up, and apparently Spectrum is our internet service is just outside on the main roads fixing our internet. So I couldn't even I tried, my Facebook would work with my data on my phone, but I couldn't get on this link for some reason. So I had to make sure, I tried off Wi-Fi, I tried on 4G because I'm on my phone right now, and Nathaniel, my roommate, just told me that Spectrum's actually outside, so that might have been the problem.
That could have been.
Have you guys been live this whole time?
Yeah, we came on at 8, but we had other stuff going on, so we had other stuff to talk about and other stuff.
Yeah, I was totally supposed to come on at 8:30.
All good.
All good. Absolutely. So, Dahlia, we've been kind of observing your story from afar. You've got one of the more interesting, to say the least, stories, soon to be one of the greatest comeback stories that I've personally heard about, other than, of course, what they make movies about. But why don't you tell us a little bit about what made you want to get into wrestling?
Well, thank you for introducing me, and thank you for my story. It sounds so weird because this is me. When it's you, it's just that's just me. It's whatever. It's my life, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if I heard my story coming out of the mouth of someone else, I'd be like, that's a fucking movie, bro. Are we allowed to cuss on your podcast?
Oh, yeah. It's the Heel Shit podcast. You can do anything you want here.
Okay. I just making sure. Normally I'm on time, and everyone tells me if it's we cuss, what are we going over, and then we go live, and I'm just coming in raw dogging it, guys, so I apologize.
That's how we like it here.
So, with my story, it definitely is, I've been documenting it. I'm OCD with what I do, and I screenshot everything, I document everything, I take photos of everything, videos of everything, so, it's kind of one of those things where this is going to be a movie. And it's weird saying it because it's my life, my truth, my story. So, so it sounds almost narcissistic coming out of my mouth. But once everyone understands what I've been through, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, definitely. That needs to be a book. So your question, what made me get involved with wrestling? I was an actor that wasn't a fan of wrestling. I knew nothing of professional wrestling, and I did it as a side job for my resume. I wanted to, I as a theater actor that was going to move to New York, and I got accepted in the New York Film Academy, and I was just going to strictly study theater and film. I wanted to stand out from the other models and actors. I wanted to have, oh, well, that's unique on your resume. And that's how I got involved with professional wrestling. Was I became a valet, a manager at local indie companies. And then I fell in love with it. And then I was like, I actually have an athletic background. I want to wrestle. So then I started going to schools. So that's kind of how I got involved with professional wrestling.
What's your athletic background?
My athletic background is pretty bizarre because I'm a 90s baby. So back in 1994, there were no girls team in a small town community. So I always either had to be on the boys team or I had to I had an elder sister that's nearly 3 years older than me. So at the age cutoff at 4 or 5 years old, my sister was on the team. So me being like a little 2-year-old, I technically was on the team. So I've actually been in sports since the age of 2 all the way to senior year. And what I did was basketball, softball, volleyball, cheer, dance. My dance background extends from ballet, tap, jazz, gymnastics, etc. And my favorite sport though definitely was probably volleyball. And so when I say I've been in sports my whole life, I never had a break. Growing up, it was as the season's ending of this sport, the next sport was already starting doing scrimmages and starting to do conditioning. So I've always been busy. And then in the summertime as a kid, whenever say softball season was over, well, there was a softball team for the summertime, or there was a tennis camp for 2 weeks. So it was honestly pretty hard on my body as a child, but I always did sports growing up. And then I got into weight training. So I was like, I'm kind of like the exact ingredients to be a professional wrestler. So
Absolutely.
I was like, I kind of have the modeling background. I have the athletic background, the bodybuilding background, and then the acting background.
Some acting
so
chops.
Like, you know what?
Yeah.
I think I need to do this.
Yeah, sounds like it. Absolutely. So where did you train?
So that's the thing. A lot of people do not train. And so being on the indies, I studied all the bad things that happen in the business. And I was the quiet little 18-year-old child that was like just studying. I wasn't in love with the business at the time when I was just the manager, just the valet. But I wanted to be like a Paul Heyman style manager. So I always respected the art of wrestling, even though I didn't understand it at first as a theater nerd. So when I decided I wanted to be a wrestler, I was like, I'm going to do the exact opposite of what I'm seeing, and I'm going to be a professional. And that's not a jab at other people. That's just the principle of, if you want to be a doctor, you go to school for it. You're not just going to be like, yep, I'm going to operate on people right now because I have the passion for it. No, go to school, bro.
Yeah, we run into that a little bit down here, but in Florida, if they think you're not trained, you don't get booked here. You will not.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Really? Okay, well, a lot of other people ignore that, and I don't understand. And I'm talking, there's 20-year-old, like, not, like, people have been in the business for 25 years, and I've been around for 13 years or whatever, and I'm like, I know for a fact that person has never been trained. You know what I mean? But yet they still get freaking booked because they're a 20-year vet. You know what I mean? And it's not even the young puppies that are coming out of the woodwork and just being like, I'm a Mark, and I'm going to go to Hot Topic and get spandex, and then I'm going to go clout chase. And, like, a lot of people do that, and they still get booked, believe it or not. So that's pretty cool that Florida. What part of Florida are you guys in?
We're in Jacksonville, but we've worked all over.
You guys are professional wrestlers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're a tag team. We're in a faction called the Forbidden Kingdom. It's similar to you guys, very dark gimmicks, very...
What made you pick your gimmick?
It's kind of weird. I mean, I grew up 80s and 90s. My favorite wrestler of all time was Sting. And I think that his his gimmick change in the 90s was one of the most amazing gimmick changes in wrestling history, turning from the Surfer into the Crow over that time span. And just and I was still a kid when he did that, relatively a kid, mid-teens, and that kind of had an impact on me. And then I've always been a huge fan of horror movies. Like I'm a horror movie encyclopedia, and it's just kind of all meshed together. And then we took a lot of cues I took a lot of cues not only from the Crow Sting, but also we both took a lot from the Undertaker.
Okay.
It's just that the whole kind of not supernatural, obviously, just really demented and dark, like psychopathic.
I like dark characters. I believe that they're needed in wrestling. I like supernatural gimmicks like the Undertaker. I if you can't tell, I go by the Black Dahlia, and so I totally vibe with that. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
But I think your question is who did I train under, right? Like,
Yeah.
I sorry, I ramble, especially when I wake up in the mornings. Like, this is morning time for me. So I am like, man, 7 a.m. Got my energy drink. I am ready to go. And I am going to be ADHD and ramble. So
That's cool.
Sorry, man.
Nah, man. That's all right.
When I decided to become a professional wrestler, I had already been in the business for like 4 years at that time. You know, I had already traveled without pay. I already paid my dues. Like I paid gas and hotels just so I can manage. And like I showed up 3 hours early for shows to build up rings, and then we're there at 3 a.m. when the show's been over and we're tearing down rings. Like I did that for like 4 years. And then I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be a professional wrestler. I'm gonna, instead of just, even though managers are needed, even though managers are so vital in a storytelling, especially in professional wrestling, I respected the art as a manager, but I wanted to be the athlete. I wanted to be the wrestler. So I took all the bad that I saw throughout the Indies and Indiana and Kentucky and other places, and I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. This is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go to not just some rinky-dink school, not just some, I'm gonna show up at a show early, roll around with my friends, and call myself a wrestler. No, I'm gonna train properly. So at the time, I relocated to Texas, and I was looking up different Texas schools. I saw Booker T had a school down there in Houston, I believe, and this was 2015 into 16. And I was like, I got booked on a company called RCW. They're actually one of the best companies in Texas, so shout out to Brandon Oliver. So RCW was really good to me, and the booker of RCW was like, yeah, a lot of our talent actually trains with Funaki. And that's when I went for to try out for Funaki's, and of course he took us, Nathaniel and I, the Killbilly Evil Nate. We started training under Funaki, and after like 6 months under him, we ended up Rikishi and going out to LA and training under Rikishi.
Very cool. Uh-oh. She might have... No, don't freeze. Hello.
What the fuck is going on? Are you guys working me right now? It's like...
of course. I got this big red button that says off.
Fuck
Right
Dahlia.
Yeah, not hardly.
Fuck this bitch and her fucked up hair extensions.
Oh, shit.
Don't you have hair?
That's why you're shooting on me. That's why you're fucking with my internet right now.
That's right. We don't like the haired.
Yeah, fucking who do you think she is coming on here with her titties?
Coming out here with fucking hair. This is a bald show only. What the fuck?
Dude, what does it say about fucking Rip, man?
Nathaniel, will you bring up the link? Are we live still?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still alive.
Oh, hi guys. Go to Facebook, Nathaniel.
I just did.
It's not popping up on your guys' YouTube. Is that it or no?
No, this is it right here. This is the Twitch. So.
Yeah, we don't do live on YouTube. We got in trouble a couple of times.
Because like,
You got in trouble a few times.
Because of what? Fucking with the internet? Yeah.
They got the link on their Facebook.
No, it's fine, Nate. Nathaniel wanted to watch and stuff, and he said the link's not working.
Just take me to their page.
Well, I'm in the interview now, so it's fine. I didn't even attach my outfit. It's like half on me right now, Nate.
Oh, yeah?
Like,
Do you, Bubbles? Do you?
There we go.
Guys, when I woke up, I was supposed to have my fishnet long sleeve, and Nathaniel was on a podcast. So this is like the podcast room. So I had to kick him out. And he said the internet's messing up. Let me see.
I went to the page.
He said the internet's messing up. And obviously it is, because he said he was very pixelated in his interview. Am I pixelated on your side?
You're not pixelated, but your video like pauses every once in a while.
This is bullshit. Sabotage because I got hair extensions.
That's it.
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. We will go with that. Oh, hell.
All right, guys. What were we talking about?
We were talking about you training. I think the last thing you mentioned was it was Rikishi or Funaki, which one everyone you went second.
Yeah, it was sorry, Nathaniel's still in the room and he was showing me that he was able to bring up your guys' stream now, so it's working. Or at least my internet is now, so okay, thanks, Nate. Enjoy the podcast. It's been amazing.
Thanks, Nate.
Thanks, Nate.
Appreciate you, buddy.
You guys are welcome. You guys are welcome.
All right, guys, let's be serious. Yeah, Funaki and Rikishi, amazing people.
So, for the guys anyone listening or watching who doesn't know, you had kind of a traumatic ankle injury, foot injury, I guess it would be. What can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's a lot because it's been 6 years and I haven't been able to wrestle since. Mm-hmm. So this is kind of heavy, and thank you for giving me a moment to talk about it. But it's heavy, so I'm just going to talk about it a little, and then we'll get off it. But a lot of people see me and they think I'm just like some normal young girl that has hair extensions, whatever.
Never gonna do that.
In that outfit, I don't think they're looking at the hair extensions. But
really, I can't see me. I see my nose and I see my collar, like right here.
No, keep going. Go down. Hold on, you froze. What the fuck? All right, go back up. You were froze for a second. There. Yep.
That's not bad. So if my nipple pops out, we're good. Okay, perfect. Sure. Perfect.
So can you angle it down just a little? No, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm all about like my nipple. I don't give a fuck. Like it's nipples, but like some people really get offended by that shit. So like I always make sure like I have my nipples out of the frame because these bitches like when I wrestle I have to wear pasties.
Fuck that. It's
hard keeping the dogs on the leash, huh?
Honestly, it's a burden. It's such a heavy burden.
Oh, I'm sure.
Sorry,
I'm sure.
I am waking up. All right. So, what was the question? I feel like I'm in school right now, and this is my first period class.
You seem like you would get a lot of these. Are you do we just make you nervous or something?
You guys make me nervous, of course. Gosh. Got me sweating over here, guys.
So, your injury.
Yeah. So, God, it was a serious subject too. Fuck. All right. This is why I joke with my close friends. I keep my circle very small because you can't really trust people. But
we're in your circle now, so you can trust us.
Thank you, guys. My group of people, I joke all the time, and I say I do not look like a politician. I do not look the stereotypical poster child to be the voice, the face of a campaign of I joke and compare it to like John Cena Make a Wish, like I'm not that girl. I'm literally like freaking Anna Nicole Smith over here, for Christ's sakes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the person that should be the poster child for this, but unfortunately I literally have the Anna Nicole Smith vibe, but I'm trying to be the John Cena poster child of Make-A-Wish. So this is like very an oxymoron, and I always make the jokes with my friends. I'm like, why do I have to be handicapped? You know, like I was like, there has to be someone else that's better for this than me.
Nope.
So
Nope.
I always make that joke because I feel like an imposter. It's like, God, you made me handicapped. And I genuinely like I try to make jokes about it because like I'm just like, what the fuck? It's like in a movie, you have a room full of beautiful candidates to be inspirational, and then the camera zooms in on me, and it's like, huh? Like me? So I really don't feel like I'm met. If there's a God or alien or Bigfoot out there that's over us, I don't know why they chose me for this, but here I am, world, the black sheep of the community, and I'm gonna inspire bitches. So,
There you go.
guys, I have CRPS, and
Which
it's
stands for what?
It is complex regional pain. Oh wait. Complex regional pain syndrome.
Mm.
It's the world's most painful condition a person can go through. So basically, I have suffered for 6 years without medicine and undiagnosed. And this is the most painful thing a human can go through. And I was ignored by the medical community and by my own family, by my own friend groups. And if you research CRPS, it is the suicide disease. And the one thing about CRPS, I try to make jokes and I try to say it's the cryptid of the medical world. It's the is Bigfoot real? So I have the cryptozoology of diseases. And because if you get a disease or an illness, blood work will show it. An MRI for the muscle, EKG for the nerves, X-rays for the bones, blood work, anything will show what disease or illness you have. And with CRPS, there's nothing that shows it except let's check off everything it can't be, and then you check off everything on the list, so you have it. You know, like that's how it's doctors. You could go to a doctor's office and there's doctors that don't believe it's real, and then there's other doctors that don't understand it and have heard of it. So for the past 6 years, I've been battling something. It's so strange that I have the most painful condition a person could ever experience. And I was told I was too weak to suck it up. And what are you bitching about? And I believed that. Like, I believed that I was being a pussy. I believed that. I'm like, yeah, like, what the fuck's wrong with you, bitch? Like, suck it up. Like, there's people that have back surgeries. Suck it up. There's people that have amputations. Suck it up. There's people that are paralyzed. Suck it up. And it turns out what I fought through organically without any medicine, without any proper doctors, physical therapy. I was at fucking Planet Fitness by myself or with Nathaniel. And it turns out I was pushing through the worst painful disease a person can go through. And I did it. And here I am. And I finally found out when I'm at the end of the race now, all that I have fought for to get out of that wheelchair, to learn how to walk again, to stand again, to work a full-time 10-hour night shift job, to be told that, hey, by the way, people kill themselves for this. People amputate themselves for this. How did you do it? And I was like, placebo effect, baby. I didn't fucking know.
That's one way to...
Let's be real, motherfuckers. Like, if I was 6 years ago, me in that wheelchair being like rolled around, the amount of pain I was in, if you would have told me this was the most painful condition a person can go through, I'd be like, fuck yeah, it is. I believe you. And would I have got up?
Right.
Would I have got up?
Right.
I don't know. So
yeah,
maybe some sick, tortured devil bullshit that was like, let's not tell the bitch because she'll get spooked. So you know what I mean? Like, so my ancestors are joking with me because fuck you all. Like, goddamn. Or maybe they know me so well and they're like, she won't get out of the wheelchair if she knew.
Right, maybe.
I don't know.
What, how long did it, so what, if I can ask,
Original injury?
yeah.
So this is what's so spooky about it. That's why I call it the Bigfoot, the cryptid zoology, the Loch Ness monster of illnesses, because it's so insane. It's a neurological disease. It's a chemical imbalance disease. It's like I'm an infant. I have only known about this for 2 to 3 months now, guys. That's how new this is for me. But I've been battling it for 6 years, so I know it. I just don't know the proper terminology yet. Those big words yet.
Yeah,
I can just explain how it feels. So basically, this is how scary it is, guys. So it's the most. So think of the most painful thing you've ever experienced. So you guys are thinking of the most painful thing you've ever experienced. Crank that up to a blazing, chop off my arm, please. That's what CRPS is. And I have it in both of my feet for 6 years, every second, every day, right now talking to you. I have that, but my level 10 is down to like a level 2 right now. So I feel that, I taste that, but it's just a level 2 right now, so I can ignore it and laugh with you and talk. So imagine that, but this is how scary it is. You can twist your ankle right now and develop it. Or you can do as I did and be wrestling a match at Rikishi's in Los Angeles, California. And you can be thrown over the top rope and slammed to the concrete and tear both of your ligaments in your feet.
Wow. So if the ligament damage wasn't enough to deal with, you get this extra bonus with it. So lucky you.
The craziest thing was, in my head for almost 6 years, guys, I was told, you tore your ligaments, then you had surgery to release your ligaments, not repair them, release them. What the fuck are you bitching about? And my response is, I know the taste and the feeling and the flavor of tearing a muscle. And what I'm feeling every single day, it's not that. It's something else, and I'm scared. And no one would listen to me.
How long did it take you to get out of the wheelchair?
2 years, 2 going on 3 years. I was on bed rest. So after Rikishi's and tearing my ligaments, I was slowly, like, I started feeling the CRPS, the flame, the burning, but I ignored it because I was homeless trying to become a professional wrestler. I was sleeping out of my vehicle. My job I have right now, I had then. I was working night shift. I slept out of my vehicle in the daytime. Like, a lot of wrestlers do not realize the grind and the sacrifice. If you really want to do this, you will fucking do it. Some people have a parent that supports them. Some people have a wife that supports them. Some people have a whole entire community that supports them. I had no one but Nathaniel that supported me and believed in me. My family thought wrestling was trash. They didn't back me. My community thought they were very right-winged, and they thought because I was very open with my body and accepting of my body, they thought I was a whore. So they ended up not believing in me, not wanting to back me. And it's to not have any support and just have Nathaniel and go after this dream was one thing. And then to sleep out of my vehicle, do the ultimate sacrifice. Okay, how much is wrestling school? $400 a month. Okay, there's 2 of us, so it's $800 a month. Do you want to eat today, or do you want to wrestle with Rikishi? So I always made that choice. I worked my 10-hour night shift. I got in LA traffic, stuck in traffic for an entire hour, got to Planet Fitness, worked out, showered, tried to sleep in the vehicle. My air conditioning's not working. It's hot as fuck. Oh, well, I'm going to be a wrestler. Maybe get 3 hours of sleep in my vehicle, go to Rikishi's, train for 3 hours, get back in LA traffic. I got to go back to work. I had plantar fasciitis in my feet, so I already had a foot condition. So when I tore my ligaments, I thought that I was going to have surgery, get better, and move on. But I was in a wheelchair. I was on bed rest for over a year, and then that continued. So when people think wheelchair, you think, oh, you're like handicapped and can't walk. No, wheelchairs are for a lot of different things. A lot of people make fun of people for, there's a lot of memes out there that, whether it's a photo or video, and it really actually pisses me off, but there's a lot of memes of people in wheelchairs, and then someone will see them stand up and go and take a photo or something, and then go back in the wheelchair. They're like, oh, it's a miracle. And it's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You don't know what that person's going through. You don't know what that person has. They could possibly make 2 steps to stand in front of Disney's castle and then go and sit back down and enjoy the park with their family, but they could be in the most chronic pain ever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I was that person in a wheelchair. Like, I couldn't stand and walk. I couldn't stand and shower. It was too painful. Like, I was vomiting in the shower because I couldn't stand and bathe my body. That's the amount of pain I was in. So I was in a wheelchair, like, in those terms, for like almost 3 years. And this is the scariest part, guys. Not to go on. Like, I'll tie a ribbon around this, and then we can talk about fun stuff.
Sure.
But after so many years of being in the wheelchair, I got fat as fuck. I put on 100 pounds. And
wow,
I hid my weight well. I'm a small girl, so I was in a size medium, but I still put on 100 pounds.
How tall are you?
And I'm 5'2".
Okay.
But I defy all odds. I defy all odds. Like, because normally people are like, oh, you put on 100 pounds and you look so small. How are you only in a size medium? You used to be 6 foot. No, I'm 5'2". I guess I'm just like really well proportioned or something, because I hide my weight really well. But I lost the 100 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But in that wheelchair, I put on 100, which made the pain even worse.
Sure.
In both. So, like, you know, all the inflammations and shit like that. So after being in the wheelchair for so long, and everyone's saying, you just tore your ligaments, you just had an athletic surgery, like, go on. And I was like, there's something wrong, and no one's listening to me. And I have no medicine, and I don't want to be a statistic. I don't want to get on pills. I don't want to get addicted and go down another route. And I'm not saying that's what always happens. I'm just saying I don't want to be a statistic. So
sure.
Besides my 4 surgeries and the 7 days of medicine, which is like ibuprofen they give you after the surgeries, that's all I've ever had this whole entire journey. So when I decided to learn how to walk again, it was by myself, fucking raw dogging it, bro. Like, it was me at Planet Fitness with no help except for Nathaniel. And I had to organically teach myself how to walk again. And with no medicine, with no doctors, and then just getting on that treadmill at Planet Fitness every day, just building a tolerance from January all the way to the end of the year. It took an entire year for me to do this. It started as just maybe 10 minutes, 30 minutes walking, standing, and then I had to get back in my wheelchair. By the end of the year, I was in Planet Fitness for 10 hours every single day. And but just like a normal work shift, after 2 hours, I would sit down, take a 15-minute break. And then I'd get up, walk for 2 hours, sit down, take a 15-minute break, and then do it again. And then I'd take an hour lunch, you know, have a granola bar waiting and a Gatorade or whatever. Right. And then I'd get back up. So I treated it like a work shift because that's what I was training for.
Oh, great.
I did that at Planet Fitness, no medicine. And after an entire year, I built a tolerance to where I could return to my job.
Wow, that's pretty badass.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's so fucking cool. And I didn't even know how cool it was until now. I was like, man, I'm such a pussy. God, this is so painful. Why is this so painful? God, I really am like a little bitch, aren't I? And then now, like 3 years later, it's like, you're a badass bitch. Tell me a motherfucker that would do that. You know, tell me someone that could do that. You got balls of steel, honey.
Shit, I slightly tore my rotator cuff and I was ready to hang it up.
Everyone's pain is different. Everyone's pain is different.
That's just a nagging thing.
I'm sorry.
Nah.
Your pain is real and your pain is valid, and I'm sorry you're in pain.
It is perfectly okay. This is what we deal with. So, where did the Black Dahlia come from? Tell us what your gimmick, where your gimmick stems from.
Okay, so I'm gonna age myself, but in 2011, I was 18 years old and just the theater nerd. And it's like, yeah, gosh, golly, this will be cool to stand out, you know? Like, I didn't know anything about wrestling. I respected the idea of wrestling and I studied footage like on YouTube. And then I started watching WWE for the first time. And I really wanted to be the best of the best and at what I did, even as a manager, as a valet. So when I approached this rinky-dink local indie company, and I won't name them, but I don't even think they're around anymore, but it was in Eastern Kentucky at the time. And obviously, I'm not from Eastern Kentucky, but I was in the Appalachian Mountains, stuck out like a sore thumb, especially in 2011. And it was kind of weird because the Southern crowd and the Southern community, even behind the scenes, they're they're a unique culture, and they when I got involved, it was 2011, so it was a different time period. It was right before the women's revolution, so it's no shame on wrestling communities in Kentucky, but they wanted to put a stripper's name on me, and like something dumb, like something not even cool. Right, you know what I mean? Like, not even like that's a hot ass bitch cool name. No, it's like this is a fucking joke.
Right.
Like some rainbow sprinkle candy cane unicorn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Nate said sugar tits was one of them. Fuck you, Nate.
Sugar tits. Yep.
Like, just okay. So you guys gotta understand the setup. Like, I'm a grown ass woman right now, and sex sells. Sex is a beautiful thing that can be a gimmick and it can sell. So awesome. There is a role for the hot breast implanted blonde or some shit, or there's a part for the buff girl, or there's a part for the girl with the hourglass, or there's the part for the stick figure Barbie. You know what I mean? There's a part for everyone, and I love that about wrestling. But with that being said, as an 18-year-old snooty theater nerd, I was like, I don't want a porn star name. I want to be taken seriously. And I thought it would be respected. Like, but in the South, they got insulted because like I came off as very rude. I came off as very I thought everyone's gonna be like, this bitch takes it seriously. This bitch, like, yeah, that's right. She doesn't want to just be boobs and butt. She doesn't want to be sugar tits. She wants to be taken seriously. Oh no, they took it as who the fuck does this bitch think she is?
This bitch is gonna be sugar tits whether she likes it or not. God damn it!
You got it. Okay, you get it. You get what I was getting at. It's like this bitch. She's just here to be a goofy sugar tit name and to hook up with the boys, and that's all she's supposed to be. And they despised me. These grown ass adults that were in their late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. They're like, oh wait, she's not gonna hook up with us? Because to this day, I don't hook up with I don't sleep with anyone in the business. I do not mix business with pleasure. And I don't blame people for doing it because it's like our community, you know? Like it's easier to date someone in the business that gets the business. But with that being said, I don't like it, and maybe that will change one day. But I made a promise to myself, like in acting, I was like, maybe one day I'll marry a director or something, but I just don't want to get romantically involved with my leading men. So that's how I was as an actor, and I carried it on into wrestling, and it just kind of stuck. So scene changed, as in 5 years I find the love of my life, John Cena or something. But no.
I take it you got a thing for John Cena.
No, I just, God damn it! In my head, as soon as John Cena left my lips, I'm like, man, people are gonna think I have a crush on John Cena. I thought that as soon as I said that. picture of him, Nate. It's a
Look.
cardboard cutout.
That's way less weird.
I'm not weird. You're weird.
That's true. That's true.
No,
We're good with
that
that.
made me lose focus. Where was I?
John Cena.
I
John.
know.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Look,
about him now.
it's
He's
okay.
on Twitter though.
It's okay. It's okay. It's the best Mike skills in history. You're allowed to have a crush on him, and I guess his physique is okay.
He's married. He's married. Is he not?
So?
I'm not a homewrecker.
Yeah.
Dark.
I don't even know what I was saying. I believe. Which subject you got? You got me flustered now.
We're talking about how you became the Chainsaw Queen.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
Dark, real
so-
quick. I'm
Yeah.
gonna gracefully bow out. I got some stuff I gotta get done. So, Dahlia, pleasure meeting you. Love to have you back on the show. And
When
hopefully
my
we can
internet's
catch
not working, I'll make sure that it's actually properly working next time.
you. Cool deal.
All right,
So,
bro.
that being said, I'm out,
Sorry
guys.
for keeping you up so late. Bye.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Have a good night, guys.
Talk to you tomorrow. Later, man.
Later.
So yeah, the Chainsaw Queen. Where'd that come from?
Okay, so I knew the backstory of the Black Dahlia. So I wasn't the Chainsaw Queen in 2011. I was just the Black Dahlia, this little like theater nerd trying to be like an evil Miss Elizabeth, like the quiet, evil presence.
I dig
So I
that.
loved that.
I dig that.
I loved that. And then when I was out at Rikishu's in 2016 into 17, I was like, do you need to get off too? Do you
No.
need to
No. This is your
I
time.
like that now that I can see your photo properly because everyone was cut off. I can see your photo properly now, and I like the green setup. It's
No,
really
thank
cool.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on the day, I'm either green or blue or red or whatever.
Why'd you choose green tonight?
Because it had been blue for a couple of shows, man. I just picked it.
You didn't think to ask me for my favorite color?
What's your favorite color, sweetheart? What's your favorite color?
Black and lilac.
Let's see. How do I do lilac?
No,
Nope. Too fucking late. Too fucking late.
Shit.
Too fucking late. Let's see.
I can't wait to see. Oh shit. He's doing it. Why is your face still green? Are you the Incredible Hulk, sir?
Of course.
Okay, so then you're super smart and a scientist, so cure my feet.
I am exceedingly smart.
Come up with a cure for CRPS. I took that to the dark route.
This is weird. They're on pink.
Why are you green? See, you're the Incredible Hulk. Hulk up for me. Yes.
Here, let's just let's go.
Keep it green.
Keep it green. We're just gonna do trippy shit. We're just gonna do trippy shit.
That looks okay. Yeah. It looked cool when it was green and black. Oh, that looks sick, like you're in a movie.
Just gonna start changing colors here. So it'll eventually it'll eventually hit one that you like.
Am I the drama?
No.
Am I the problem?
No problem at all. I'm enjoying myself.
Cool.
I'm used to getting.
Sorry about my internet. Like that's crazy.
No, you're fine. You are fine.
Is it pixelated, Nathaniel?
No, you're not pixelated, but it was lagging, like on both ends, like not just your end.
Yeah.
But it looks good. The quality looks really good, but it does have a problem with like stopping, and it's not just you.
It's okay. I just didn't want this video to look shitty.
No, it looks great.
Okay. I'm gonna make TikToks for you and like do little clips.
No, that'd be dope. Yeah, absolutely.
I was just asking Nathaniel about the quality to make sure it wasn't too pixelated for you, but
no, you look fantastic.
So the way I went from the Black Dahlia to the Chainsaw Queen, oh shit! I just hit my tripod.
You're good.
Am I still like in frame? I don't have contacts in, and I can't see.
Yeah, you're good. It didn't change very much. Nope, you're good.
So did it change?
Nope, you're good.
Okay. All right. So anyway, Nathaniel was the OG that came up with the chainsaw gimmick. He's always wanted to do it. He did a rock star gimmick, and then he's like, you know what? Like, I've really wanted to do this Leatherface gimmick, and it's his favorite movie. So I was like, bet. So we're at Rikishi's, and Rikishi's really big on gimmicks and about charisma and about like he's about different characters. So well, he wanted to at the time. Oh, he's like, okay, Nathaniel, you do a really good rock star gimmick. I love the singing and stuff. And he was even considering putting Nathaniel in a more Southern style gimmick where that's his culture and his
Mm.
heritage. And I mean, I'm talking like this Chinese student, like I believe he put a Chinese gimmick on him, and it was like all about the culture and different gimmicks. So everyone had their different stereotypical from the 80s and 90s, the old school like gimmick style. So that's what he was putting on his students, and smart of him.
Mm.
So with me, he wanted to do a Native American gimmick, and where I was mixed, I was like, I feel like I feel like you should be more full blood to do it.
Mm.
And so at the time I was actually going to do
Here, pause that real quick. Apparently, the stream is paused on the viewer end, so I just want to catch that up before you continue. It just had an issue, so we didn't lose anything. All right, cool. We are back. Sorry, guys. I don't know what the hell that was about.
Sorry, guys. So my gimmick as a chainsaw queen was to be something more, be something different in professional wrestling. And I pitched the idea to Rikishi, and he liked it, and then I was put in a wheelchair. So I've been technically the chainsaw queen since 2016, and I'm the first female wrestler to carry a chainsaw. And it's so cool. It's so cool taking that title, but also it's sad because I was put in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And not able to wrestle my first match, not able to grind on the indies and try to make a living out of wrestling. That was taken from me. And
yeah, sucks.
But now that I have fought so hard to walk and stand, I am going to get medically cleared, and I am going to fulfill what I started in 2011, and I am going to start wrestling again very soon, and it's going to be cool because having CRPS, it's permanent. Having CRPS is disgusting and bad and horrible, and hopefully one day there will be a cure.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a doctor's appointment set up, and I guess this is breaking news. We're live right now, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Nathaniel said he lost the link and can't pull you up, so just make sure on your side. Are you good?
Yeah, even if it drops, it's being recorded.
Still
so
recording? Okay.
Yeah.
I just I have doctor's appointments set up, and not only am I doing things for my personal life with my shoot job and being legally handicapped and what does that mean for me in my personal life, which I try to keep private. Not only is my doctor's appointments this month about stuff like that, it's also about wrestling, and it's also about being properly cleared.
Yeah, that was obviously going to be one of my follow-up questions, is when do you expect to get cleared? That's pretty badass.
So, but it's just like wrestling is like riding a bike, but also I'm a perfectionist. So, I'm not going to say more on it except that these next 5 months is going to be a lot of hard work and a lot of appointments and possible medicines that don't have to do with like pills or anything, like possible treatments. And then the springtime is going to be very fucking interesting.
So you haven't even taken a bump in years, have you?
The last time I took a bump was under Rikishi.
Wow. That'll be a
Uh,
shock.
I'm already in chronic pain, so bring it on.
So, did just the exercise and workout regimen and stuff, is that really the only thing you did for the pain the entire time? It was just, you know,
So, yeah, until recently. So, for 6 years, I was told, get the fuck over it. I was told, we don't understand what else it could be. You had torn ligaments. Let's try to fuse the muscles back together. They didn't give me any medicine except steroid injections in my feet and then oral steroid pills for the inflammation. I didn't have any pain meds. I didn't have anything, and I didn't ask for them. Like, why would I want to do a couple pills? And you hear about all these athletes getting addicted to pills when they get surgeries, and I was like, fuck it. I tore my ligaments. Like, let's do this organically. Fuck it. I don't want it. But also, I'm the type of person that never wanted to take Tylenol or ibuprofen. Like, I've always been a holistic without being a real holistic. So
right.
I ended up, my muscles didn't fuse back together and the pain was still there. So after 8 months with torn ligaments and being on bed rest and having 2 hard casts on both my feet, can't even go to the toilet. You can't even bathe myself properly. They decide to have plantar fasciitis release surgery, and they didn't say anything about release from what I remember. And you got to think, this was 17 and 18. I wasn't told they were going to release my muscles, and apparently you're not supposed to operate on both legs at the same time because you risk blood loss, amputation, or blood clots, amputation. You risk a death, and the doctor operated on both my feet at the same time. And when I woke up from the first 2 surgeries, one, I did not know they were releasing my muscles, because as an athlete or as a regular human being, when you tear a muscle, what do you think? Like, as a dumbass like I am, what do you fucking think? They're gonna stitch that muscle back together. They released my muscles on the arch of the bottom of my feet, and I did not consent to that. When I came out of surgery, okay, I've had medicine on the IV, so I should be high as fuck or some shit. Something hit me, and I knew something was wrong. I've had gallbladder surgery. I've had my wisdom teeth cut out. I've had a couple, minor surgeries. I know how it feels coming out of surgery. There was something wrong. And I was like, damn. When I woke up, I was like, I feel like I just got ran over by a truck. What is this pain? What is this pain? I was like, why am I in pain? I'm going to sound like a drug addict right now. I was like, fucking hook me up, doctor. I was like, fucking damn. I feel everything. And that wasn't normal.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was CRPS.
So did they wind up making your feet completely flat by releasing those? Are you
I still have
flat-footed?
my art. The way it was explained to me, and not even by the doctor that performed the surgery. I've seen 12 doctors the past 6 years, and I'm about to see my last doctor that I'm going to be dealing with as a CRPS. She has multiple she's a regular doctor, but she has CRPS patients.
Okay,
and
great.
so she's really good. But I've seen 12 doctors, and it took me going through regular doctors to foot specialists to sports medicine doctors to chiropractors to sports medicine doctors that are foot specialists for the NFL, like shit like that. I went through every possible route I could possibly go through. And finally, the sports medicine foot specialist doctor that went to school 4 more years than the other sports medicine doctors, he looked at me and said, your arch is like a trampoline, and this is the muscle you tore, and these are the bones up top. He said this trampoline was severed surgically because you tore it and it wouldn't repair, so they just were like, fuck it. And he said, I can't go back in and repair that. So what was happening because of my weight gain and then also because of the CRPS that I was feeling and we didn't know it at the time. A lot of doctors, especially at the time, were doctors to this day don't know what it is. Doctors to this day don't even know what it is. Never heard of it. And then others are like, I've heard of it. I know what this is. I believe you. And those are the doctors you need to go to. So this guy that's dealing with all these professional athletes, he's like, I can't go back in and repair that. All I can do is do a molding cast of your foot, like concrete. And basically you stick it in like styrofoam things and they do a concrete molding of your feet and you get a customized arch support built. He wanted to give me a fake arch, like a fucking a fake thing that I wear in my shoes the rest of my life.
Right.
And it was $400 out of pocket and I did it. I did it twice. Once when I was at the weight I was at and I taught myself how to walk again. It was the most vile, disgusting thing ever. Imagine the worst pain you've ever been through, which like I told you earlier, but then put something in your shoes that feels like you got to take it out. That's just propping up your arch. And it's like, God damn, that's so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's like, let me get that out of my shoe, but you can't because your bones are wanting to collapse. That's the way that guy explained it to me. So your bones naturally do that, but then the trampoline's not there anymore. What's happening? He said, if I do not rehab, lose weight, and focus on not just my physical health, but controlling the swelling, he said I would be back in and he'd have to rebuild my arch, the bone part.
Jesus Christ.
So I taught myself how to walk again. I lost the 100 pounds I put on. And it was the end of 2021. And I went to a new foot specialist. And she's amazing. She was a rock star. I came into her and I was like, listen, for 4 years I've been in constant pain. This fucking sucks. I accept it. Do you think steroid shots in my feet will help me? I'm just looking to have a foot specialist medically clear me to wrestle. And she said, baby, you should not be in pain. She's like, you're not supposed to live life in pain. That's not normal. So I didn't get medically cleared to wrestle. And then went the excruciating route of let's have more surgeries and it will take your pain away. We didn't know it was CRPS. And I did the surgeries, but she was good to me. She did one leg at a time. And what she was doing was blocking off the nerves, like think like carpal tunnel surgery in your wrist, but like for the feet or whatever. Like again, I don't know the terminologies of the shit.
Sure.
So that was at the end of 2021. So then in 2022, I was having these surgeries. And she said, this is the only thing that will take away your pain. Like there's nothing else it can be. And I believed her. I had the surgeries. There's scars up my fucking leg now. And it didn't work. And it didn't take away the pain. And it set me back. I worked so hard to learn how to walk again. I worked so hard to get back to my shoot job. I was on medical leave. I've worked every day of my life since I was 16 years old, you know? I pay my dues. I've paid my bills. I taught myself how to walk again without doctors helping me. I got involved with wrestling and shit and pissed in a fucking cup because I wanted to wrestle and I refused to sleep my way in the business. I've done everything you're supposed to do the right way. And I keep on getting false hope. So last year, my mental health like spiraled. Like when the surgeries didn't take away the pain and I was told you're going to be disabled the rest of your life, like there's nothing else it could be. I ended up just not knowing what to do. I didn't have family, believe me. I didn't have any help except Nate. So I'm lucky to be alive right now. But
Thank you, Nate.
I don't deserve any.
no, you do.
No, it's all you.
So then, going into this year, I accepted my fate and I started posting about my pain and how I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Because I do have trolls and cyberbullies and people that are wrestlers and just wrestling fans or whatever that troll me and say I'm not a real wrestler. Like people create fake accounts and spam attack me and say that I'm not a wrestler.
The fuck?
And
God.
that one hurts. Like, you know, fat shame me, make fun of me, call me ugly, like call me a whore, even though I don't sleep my way in the business like so many others. Like
And you're not fat and ugly. Like, I mean,
it's okay. Like trolls are gonna troll,
yeah.
but to not call me a wrestler is the worst thing you could ever cross the line with me.
Yeah, no, that's fucked
And
up.
so that's what I was facing this year as I'm going through the most painful thing in the world, which I didn't know. So here we are going on like nearly 6 years of the most painful thing a person could experience. And I'm like, why am I such a pussy? Why? What's wrong with me? Why? I tore my ligaments. I've had a couple surgeries, nerve surgery, muscle surgeries. Why am I in this amount of pain and no one believes me?
Mm-hmm.
So then, you know, I started posting some of my video diaries and the things that I've been going through what I just explained to you through the past like 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And people reached out and they didn't gaslight me and spoon feed me and tell me. They wanted to know what's going on because they heard some of my symptoms and they're like, what's going on? And I didn't know these people. And it was like 3 different people that reached out around the same time. And I told them and they listened. They didn't tell me shit. They listened. And they're like, okay, you have CRPS. And I was like, what's that? And one I Skyped with was a CRPS doctor, or therapist or whatever they're called. And then 2 others were people that have CRPS. And that was 3 months ago. And so then I went down the rabbit hole of being properly diagnosed and having it. And then now I'm in the process of, okay, I have to protect my job and stuff. So that's why I have set up to go to another doctor and get the legal paperwork for it. But I have been diagnosed with CRPS and I have it. And what makes me so angry and sad is because when you get a disease, oh sorry, did you dump something?
No, I accidentally almost knocked over my mic, but that was just me being clumsy.
Oh, okay. Do we need to wrap up?
We got probably 10 minutes.
Okay. Well, just to conclude, after getting diagnosed and now I'm legally diagnosed, the thing that makes me so angry is when you get an illness, say there's like 10 different things of an illness, like say it's like cancer or whatever. Say you have it, but you only show signs of like 2 symptoms, right?
Right.
When I tell you I'm the poster child for CRPS, when I tell you that when you give the list of the symptoms or when they give you the test to see if you have it and you have to go down the list, when I tell you I mark off every single thing on that,
Wow.
and I still was not diagnosed until now,
Jesus.
I'm very upset. And I think that besides my story of learning how to walk again, besides my story of getting back in the ring and going to be wrestling again, I feel like my truth, whether as just a woman or as other people that have been wronged in the medical field, I think other people need to hear my story about you are your biggest advocate. You are your biggest voice. You know your truth. Speak your truth. You're in pain. tell people you're in pain and don't let people say you're not. So if anyone listening out there feels unheard, just know, be your biggest voice. Don't stop just because you feel like you're unheard. Keep fucking screaming. Keep fucking fighting. It's been 6 years. I'm finally being heard, and I've been screaming underwater this whole time. So I really think my story is going to get out there, and I think my book, once I am able to publish it, I really hope to save some lives with this, because CRPS is very real. I am a professional wrestler, and I'm excited to share my story with your followers.
When is that doctor's appointment?
My doctor's appointment?
Yeah, the potential clearance doctor's appointment. When is that?
I don't want to make too many announcements right now, but it's I'm video. Nate is editing videos right now and video blogging it, and as soon as we get, I think there's going to be, as of now, I have my first and last set up, but just in case I have to go to the neurologist and stuff, I'm gonna put it, like, you'll see the video when it's posted. Nate's already documented my last appointment, and this is gonna be the final one, hopefully. So
Okay, well, if you get cleared, will it be before the end of the year?
I'll post videos of it when I'm cleared. You're gonna see it, I promise. Like,
Okay.
I don't want to. And
Well, I want you back on this show as soon as you get cleared. We're finishing stories here.
But of course, yes, and I know we'll get it on a time when I actually have internet. Like, I'm on, like, I don't know what's wrong. Like, my internet is down, so I'm just on data right now.
Hey, you gotta deal with it in this age. They can deal with it. They're fine. It'll be fine.
Yes, I'll stay in contact with you guys, and I'll make a couple of TikToks of this and advertise. It's probably the most unprofessional I've been on a podcast, but yeah, as soon as she gives me the all clear, it just, the only problem is, like, I'm so, right, you asked about medicine, and right now the only medicine I've been dabbling in is the plant form of marijuana, and thankfully in Ohio that it was just passed, so it's going to be a good thing. But for almost 6 solid years, I was scared to take even ibuprofen. And then not full 6 years, for 5 years. And then this year, a friend in the springtime was like, listen, this isn't normal. And if you're really going to wrestle again, you're going to have to monitor your pain. And that's when marijuana was introduced to me, and, like, in a proper form.
Sure.
Because again, I was brought up, and I've like, not just with the snooty theater background, and then my family thinking wrestling's trash. I was brought up on that lifestyle. So imagine what was installed in my brain about marijuana. Imagine what I was brought up for over 20 years of my life thinking it was one thing. So now, as a 30-year-old woman, I'm like, wait, it's not bad. It actually helps people. So I've educated myself on that, and I do take marijuana to help with the pain.
I think I've said on here before, I'm 44 years old. I never touched this until I was about 38.
Okay.
So I completely understand.
Would you say you had, like, a horrible surgery and you were in pain, though?
Yeah, but I mean, it helps somewhat with pain. But I don't know. I almost never take anything for the specific purpose of helping with pain.
Okay.
I'm just like, I won't take Tylenol and like, I won't do it pretty much anything.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So it's
more recreational, like.
Yeah.
I never did, but then again, I don't drink alcohol. I think I've had alcohol 5 times in my life. Like, it's not a flex, it's just I'm weird. Like, I just never did that shit. So now, as an adult that's in chronic pain, that's terrified of opioids, or however you say that shit, I'm like, I'm gonna take some oils and smoke a little plant, and that seems safer than the medical field that ignored my pain for 6 years.
It certainly does. Well, this is what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna put a pin in this. This was the somber half of the story. You're gonna get cleared, and the next podcast you're on is gonna be a celebration. We're gonna talk about the fun
You're
shit
gonna
in
wear
wrestling.
my top, and I'm gonna wear your top. Got it? Okay.
No, because I want to attract more people, not get rid of people.
No, I think you could pull this off. Like, honestly, I think you could pull this look off, bro.
Yeah, I'm afraid. I've gained some weight over time, but I just don't think my chest will fill out that outfit. I can't.
Body shaming now?
Yeah, body shaming myself.
Don't body shame me.
You've got nothing to be ashamed of. The most important question of the night. Everybody's been wondering. I see it asked to you all the time. This is the world's most important question. Is your butt real?
What kind of fucking money do you think I have, suckers? Like, do you want?
Oh, it's such good shit. Oh no, she didn't freeze just then, did she? Oh, fuck. God damn it. Well, unfortunately, I'm afraid that's gonna do it. See if we can get her back real quick. Yep. She's out. Oh, there she is. There she is. Holy shit, there you are. Hey, whoa.
Can you hear me?
Alright, you're starting to come back in. Say something.
Bitch.
Perfect.
Listen, motherfuckers. Do you see the quality of my hair extensions? Do you see how shitty my eyelashes are? Do I have a Brazilian butt lift? Motherfuckers, with what?
Hey, you... Alright, you're breaking over really bad again. Alright, just chill out, don't move around so much, and let's see if it'll come back. There you are. Oh, there she went. Fuck. Alright, I think you're the one working me right now.
Am I on?
Yeah.
I'm on?
Hey, you can't... Oh, no. Alright. So you can't deny that question's not asked a whole lot, because I've seen it asked a whole lot.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Bitch. No, to be fair, this is what's so funny. So, for the record, I've never had plastic surgery, because, guys, for the record, I would be so open with if I ever have anything done to my body, I'd be like, yeah, I just got my tits done. Yeah, I just got some liposuction out of my stomach and injected into my ass. Brazilian butt lift, what up? No, guys, thank you. Like, that's a compliment, right? Like, that's, if people think you have plastic surgery, they must think you look good or some shit, right?
They do, yeah. Must think it.
So, for the record, from 2011 to 2016, I was always asked if my boobs are real. And yes, I've never had plastic surgery, so yes, my boobs are real. And then just recently, though, I've noticed in the Switch, everyone's obsessed with, like, Kim Kardashian, the hourglass figure, and is your butt real? So that's been asked, yes. So it's not a weird question, so it's hilarious that you asked.
I only asked because I see you get asked it so much. I figured I'd let the world know what the answer was.
For the record, to put the record straight, yes, these are hard-hitting questions, and the people need to know.
That's right.
My butt's real. I'm not bougie. I'm poor.
Well, awesome.
Did you think my butt was fake?
Me?
Did you
No.
think it was fake?
No.
Dude, I can tell you all the girls that have a fake butt. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like all
Yeah.
the stick figures that show up on NXT, then all of a sudden they're bootylicious. Good
Oh,
for
yeah.
them.
No.
I think plastic surgery is beautiful, whether you're a guy, girl, whatever. I think that if you choose to get plastic surgery, rock on. And people need to remember that if a person gets plastic surgery, that's an insecurity of theirs. Like whether they get their nose done, it's because, oh, I was uncomfortable with my nose. I want it to look better. Oh, I feel like my boobs are small. Let me get them bigger. Plastic surgery is for insecurities. And so if I see anyone that gets plastic surgery, I'm like, you look like a hot ass bitch. But so if I ever get surgery, you guys better say I look like a hot ass bitch.
I mean, I don't think you need surgery for that. But.
Oh, thank you.
So.
Compliment me some more. I'm not awake yet.
Oh. Oh, so tell everybody where they can find you.
Okay, guys, I'm on social media right now, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and on my OnlyFans. You can find me at the Black Dahlia. And generally, the one with the most followers is me because there's a lot of fake accounts out there, especially on Instagram. But on Facebook, they wouldn't let me put Black as my first name, Black Dahlia. So it's backwards on Facebook, so Dahlia Black. But yeah, guys, follow me on TikTok, follow me on OnlyFans, follow me on Instagram, and you guys will see the train wreck of an inspirational story I am.
Hey, I know I've been kind of following it for a couple of years, and I just wanted to let everybody know about your story. Wanted to give you a chance to tell everybody make some awareness for the illness.
Yes, it is actually November, so it is CRPS Awareness Month, so thank you.
Oh, absolutely, and this is the last time we talk that will be about sad stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being a little bitch.
Oh, no, this is important stuff. I mean,
I hope when you bring me on again in the next couple months, even if it's in the new year towards springtime, hopefully I'll be on day shift, so I won't be like this. And there's going to be such beautiful news. There's going to be such cool shit. The next couple months are going to be amazing, but within the next 5 months, there's going to be a lot of badass shit happening. I'm cooking, and I don't want people to see.
We're gonna let you cook. We're gonna let you cook.
Thank you.
So, well, great. Well, everybody, check her out. I'm gonna cut the interview down and release it as a podcast tomorrow morning. I'll send you the link to the podcast. I'll put up this interview as a YouTube video. We only use YouTube for like videos. We don't ever go live on YouTube.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just send you links to everything we post about it, and you're welcome to post whatever you want.
Sounds good. Normally when people post the interviews, I go through and when I watch it, I screen grab a lot and then I make like TikToks to give you guys shout outs and stuff.
Yeah,
you guys
absolutely.
have a TikTok or Instagram?
Yeah, everything is at Heel Shit Podcast.
All right, I'll make sure. Will you DM me on Instagram and I'll follow you there and I'll tag you to the post?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Outstanding. Well, great. Well, guys, thank you for joining us for our guest, the Black Dahlia. I'm Dark Cordz. This has been Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. Peace.